Hi and good afternoon. I am representing Team Evolve today, which is comprised of Kyle Grabner, Jody Stewart, Matt Wheeler, and myself, Hazel May Overturf, for our Week 8 Distribution Channel Summary. For this week, we were able to complete all 10 customer interviews and our 5 guru interviews. We actually included the new functionality of SurveyMonkey for our returning customers, and I wanted to use that service to leverage the ease of access and also the opportunity for us to leverage the data collection capabilities ongoing as we work throughout this project. For our 5 gurus, we continue to use live interviews, knowing that the level of conversation for those conversations really is necessary. And one of the best things that happened this week was, of course, getting really great insights from those gurus that were confirmed with our customers' responses. And by doing so, it's continuing to help us target our MVP by changing our hypotheses and questions, specifically this week to look at short versus long-term goals, which I'll talk about a little bit more under customers. What we thought this week, looking at our distribution channels, is we had many assumptions that a lot of the questions and hypotheses that we would have would be validated in the affirmative. And the reason being is our product, of course, is a web-based and mobile app product. So many of the channel considerations would align to that. What we did is, through narrowing our focus with our gurus and customer interviews and leveraging SurveyMonkey, we were able to get really targeted response and able to better evaluate our hypotheses for a channel, and in the end truly updated or took the opportunity to update and test for a short-term goal focus, which is a theme that came up for many of our customers week after week. When we look at what we found that our customers were able to affirm that short-term goals are that much more pivotal and important for them, and they use language around knowing that short-term goals are easier to manage, things that they're interested in now, and of course can lead into long-term goals. Another theme that came forward considerably for our customers was the continued theme of trust. This came through in the considerations for channel around marketing and payment approaches. They use the language consistently around being real and authentic in your marketing, and also for payments, what's easiest to use, what's trustworthy, what's already there. This all was again validated by their confirmation of their use of heavy reliance on written reviews prior to using a service or product. And knowing that, it really informs what we'll be doing going forward on a few different blocks in our business model, considering that trust has to be built from a marketing and payment standpoint. For our gurus, we had a wonderful guru who represents his experience and expertise with mobile apps, who brought in the consideration of really putting a focus on ratings and rankings, specifically by trusted sources such as the app stores themselves. That's the make it or break it for apps in this day and age. So consider, how do we get to an editor's top choice or those high rankings in those business app list, to make sure that that's a part of our channel considerations. And of course, they all confirm that simple and inexpensive skill building continues to be a challenge at the corporate level, and a product like Evolve would continue to fulfill a need. When we look at our business model canvas, of course, we were focusing on channels this week, and not much change there, thankfully. But as you can see, we also have highlighted a few other changes under value proposition, customer segment, cost streams, and revenue streams that have informed or the interviews and the responses we received were informed by this week. When we look at what's next, we're going to be focusing, of course, next week on customer relationship discovery. We're going to continue to focus our hypothesis and test for how do we build trust throughout customer engagements. We want to consider the long-term customer lifecycle with these shorter engagements that we are thinking that current customers are requesting and valuing. And of course, all of this is going to be in the pursuit of our minimum viable product. And with that, have a great and happy 4th of July. And thank you so much for your attention, and see you next week.